Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we've hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Race fans, Joshua Bell out of Shreveport. Tailwheel in the 0T out of Harleton, Texas. Josh Ellender, pilot's car number 50 inside of the final row with Thomas Woodruff out of Nashville, Arkansas to his outside. Rack. Heat race number 1 of the 10,000 win King of the Hill is underway on a Friday night special here at the Greenwood Oval as we hustle off into one for the first time on demand on raceontexas.com, baby. We hustle into one. And Rogers gets a good head of steam off of 2, pulls to the back tail tank of the Triple X rocket for the race leader, Sean Graham. Graham fends him off, and Graham pushes up the racetrack to the center of the corner. That time as they hammer it off of 4, side by side for the race lead on the opening lap. Graham leads it by about a half of a nose, and Triple X, the Triple X rated R Superstar, rolls off into turn number 2, down the back straightaway with sights set on turn number 3. Rolling like a big dog. Sean Graham holding on to the top spot. 3 wins this year down at the Showtime Speedway in Manny, Louisiana, trying to get his first one here and find his way to ABC Auto Parts Victory Lane. Being no better way to do it tomorrow night for 10,000. He's leads heat race number 1, but being breathed down his neck with a push that time. Here comes Rogers for the race lead. Down to his inside, down the back straightaway with a 69 of Rogers, going to fight tooth and nail to his inside for the top spot. Rogers feeling good about himself at this juncture as Graham continues to swat him and knock him off. Down the boulevard, they head back into 1. Back to 3rd is the 5J of Lishman. The battle back here for 4th and 5th, a good one as well, the 22W, but right now, all eyes still peeled for the top spot as Graham washed up there off of exit a little bit, opens up the door for 69 to storm to his back bumper for the race lead. Off of turn number 4 they come. Rogers got something working. It's working well. 69 cars get around this racetrack pretty good, but it's not Derek Grigsby tonight. It's the 69 of the Arkansas racer, Chris Rogers. Rogers, many wins down at the Diamond Park Speedway in Nashville, Arkansas, as he will continue to fight tooth and nail and breathe down the neck of the Triple X of Graham for the race lead. And Graham has now been able to separate himself with a car length. The battle back here outside of the top 3 for 4th. Into 3 is the 22W of White, who's punched the time clock and sent himself to work to the back bumper for 4th. Cody White continues to give hell to the 9J of Laxton for the 4th position. Can't say enough about Laxton and his progression as well. He has stepped his game up to another level. As they head down the back straightaway to turn number 3 on this opening heat race for the 10,000 ranked King of the Hill on a Friday night, on a warm Friday night. As Graham has now separated himself, hustling, and way back here near the tail, you got good battles going on. The 50 of Ellender trying to fit it right there, and he about put in the wall. The 11 did not give him the room that he was looking for. Keith slides up there on the entrance, and let's see what Ellender does when he gets there. It'll be 2 to go for Graham, but eyes back here at the tail. We'll see Ellender. He's trying to diamond off the exit of 4 that time. Just cannot quite find enough dig to get around the 11 of Keith. So Cody Robbins, my mistakes in car number 11. As the white's out for Triple X. Final trip into 1 and 2. He'll see 3 and 4 for the final time as he hustles down the back straightaway to 3 and 4. The driver of the WW Timber, J&J Motorsports, Hitman Designs, WCH powered Triple X rocket. Sean Graham wins heat number 1 to kick off the 10,000 this weekend. Graham scores it over the 69 of Rogers. Third will go to the 5J of Lishman. So it's Nathan DeLoe inside of 2, Charles Ducks outside of row number 2, Mike Nelson in car number 12H out of Benton, Louisiana, Joshua Greenwood in the 27. Last night's overall top qualifier, or quick time, it's racing Jason Ingles, who got all kinds of cattywampus on the start, not the start that he was looking for. Duck washed up there off the exit, bottles up, and the Club 20 gives him a shot in the shorts at the midpoint. It's the Club 20 and Neil Kemp all over. They're trying to go 3 wide, they will for third. Oh my goodness gracious, the Club 20, I think, got in that slick stuff down there, washed with the front end up the racetrack, and made contact, but nonetheless, 12 tires is better than 4. And the 3 car sliding backwards like an anchor, and the beneficiary is going to be the Gladewater, Texas youngster Cameron Furr. Cameron Furr on the wheel. Here comes Jason Ingles. And Myers in tow. Myers finally able to prevail and get out of that wildness that's going on back here, and here comes Jason. Taking a stab underneath the 1 star of Cameron Furr. It's all 32 all the time here at Boothill, rolling like a big dog tonight in 32. He's out front. It's Brandon Brown. First name Brandon, last name, what can he do for you? It's Brandon Brown, hustling around the Boothill Speedway Oval tonight. As his last time around the racetrack turned an 18.675 over Scotty Case's 18.859. Continues to stretch it out with a 0.184 advantage. Now it's 0.316 at the line for Brandon Brown, hustling away from his competition as Greenwald has worked his way up to third. Greenwald in the 27 is up to third in car number 27. And fourth is the Club 20 and Neil Kemp. The battle for fifth, the best one on the racetrack right now. It's Furr who has his hands full right now. Furr, hands are full with the 5 of last night's time trial winner of Jason Ingles, who has a guaranteed spot in the show. He said he wouldn't give it any less hell tonight. And it's indicative right now as he hustles to the back bumper to the 1 star here. The best battle again on the racetrack between Furr and Ingles. And now the 55M of Myers able to close the gap. Myers is going to close the gap. Everybody's single file right now around the Boothill Speedway. Down the front straightaway into 1. The track is certainly going to get better. It's going to widen out, folks. I guarantee you. So, wait, this is wrong. Yeah, I mean, that war that's been waged for the entirety of this one, the battle continues on. I should not think. Sorry, the Hot Pockets of Boothill are delicious. So into 1, here comes the 5 of Ingles to the inside of the 1 star. Can still not quite get the job done as racing the youngster clean down the back straightaway to the checkered flag, though. This time the 32 of Brandon Brown destroys the competition in heat race number 2. He wins it by a mile. Scotty Case will snag second, the Calhoun racer. And from Greenwood, third, really the 27 of Greenwald, who got himself some passing points in this one. Williams, outside of Alex, it'll be the 7-time Cajun Classic winner, Justin Whitehead, your reigning $10,000 winner of the King of the Hill, in 36J. Crap, I told Don Whitehead I was going to go live for it. No, I will. So down the back straightaway on the start of this one, it's going to be the 36J as the 6 car, and the caution will come out. Underway down the front straightaway, they head off into turn number 1 on the opening lap of heat race number 3 of the night here for the 10,000 win King of Boothill. Rolling off a 2 down the back straightaway here. Elected to go live for Donna and Jeff Whitehead, who are unfortunately down in Houston, not able to watch their son, Justin, the reigning $10,000 winner of the King of the Hill, who marches out front to the beat of his own drum with the race lead. It's Whitehead hustling in 36J in the race on Texas. W&W Timber, 36J. These guys finished 1 and 2 in last year's main event. It was 36J scoring the victory and $10,000 richer. 81 of Ingles, your winningest factory stock driver at Boothill a year ago, works to the inside for the race lead. Here comes the 61-year-old, very well-respected Longview, Texas racer Ingles for the race lead. They'll hustle back off into turns 1 and 2. Right now, Whitehead with an 18.743 that last time, an 18.704, so just a couple of tenths quicker is car number 81 of Ingles, and the 193 of Seals going to throw his hat into the ring now and become a player as they roll off of turn number 4. 81 still giving hell to the 36J of Whitehead for the race lead. Here comes Ingles to the inside, still can't get the job done. The outside line momentum continues to work for the Hooks Texas racer Justin Whitehead. Whitehead, third overall, third quickest last night here in time trials at the Boothill Speedway. Here comes Ingles, doming off of exit. They're side by side for the race lead. Down the front boulevard, they head back off into one. A dandy brewing here. And heat number 3 tonight for the factory stocks. Ingles and 36J waging war for it. Down the back straightaway. On a beautiful night here in Greenwood, Louisiana, just across the Texas state line for the 10,000 win King of the Hill, night number 1 of action. Here comes Ingles back to the inside. He got a nose up on him that time. Ingles takes the race lead. Ingles that time by 0.061, and here comes Seals trying to throw his hat in the ring and goes 3 wide for the race lead there momentarily. Whitehead fights back tooth and nail. He takes the top spot by about a half of a nose. Oh, and Whitehead just nearly lost the handle. He broke traction, or maybe that was just the smartest move he could have made, because the 81 of Ingles got on the binders and allows 36J to jump out and put another car link, but Ingles is back on it. Ingles back to his inside, and what a hell of a race we're being treated to here in heat race number 3 for the factory stocks. One little mistake could allow the 193 of Seals to get in there and maybe steal this one late as we're working down to it. Lap number 7 of this 10-lap affair. 7 are scored. Down the back straightaway off of 2, Ricky Ingles continues to give Justin Whitehead all he's worth here. The 7-time Cajun Classic winner has his hands full. And 2 laps to go this time by. What an absolute barn burner of a race here, folks. This is a good one to go live for, wasn't it? As they hustle off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. I would tell you about what's going on in the rest of the field, but there's not many things going on, and this battle for the race lead is so good. It's Whitehead this time coming off a 4 with the race lead to the white flag. Who's it going to be? Keith Parker, the judge, jury, and executioner here at Boothill, throws the white, and the checkers are coming out this next time by. Ingles got to run. Here he comes for the race lead down the back straightaway. Ricky Ingles can't get the job done. He led 1 lap of this race, but can he lead the final one? Coming to the checkers. He's got to run. Coming to the line. And coming to the line. Whitehead wins it. Justin Whitehead wins a thriller in heat race number 3 tonight, presented by R&R Timber. Last lap time at 18.807. Going to be the outside of the 07X, Calvin Tucker from Houston, Texas, inside of row number 2 in car number 83. The B7 is Uncle Freddie Blanchard from Coshada. Jason Gore, the King of the Ring winner at RPM Speedway in the 721 Outlaw chassis. Robert Graham from Marshall in the 22. Tiffany Welch looking to become the first Queen of the Hill. And 58, Brian Cook in the 100, and Jason Cook, the 504 boy from Granbury, Texas, in the Outlaw chassis. So we'll roll off into turns 1 and off of 2 down the back straightaway for the race lead. Colt 45 has it, but here comes Tucker. Tucker screaming in 83 down to the inside of Colt 45 for the race lead. Rasco going to lead lap 1. Has not been racing much as of late. And it's always good to see the very well-respected Dean Rasco sawing on the wheel, as he has the race lead right now, fending off the challenge from 83 of Tucker. As behind Tucker, the 07 of Thad Royal. Jason Gore's up to 4th and 721. Cook the 5th and 100. And from the tail to 6th now, the 504 of Jason Cook. Night 1, round 1 and round 2 winner of this year's Red River Tour and the factory stock division. And Cook's got it rolling now. He'll look to pick up the slack on the 100 of Cook. He closes that gap as they're tight rope, top string, or tighter than the top string on the Texas Fiddle around the outside of the racetrack right now. Much different, as you see, folks, as the 81 of Ingles and 36J of Whitehead really showed that you can race door-to-door right now on this racetrack. And here comes Gore, showing us some more door-to-door battles here. He'll roll to the inside of Royal for 3rd. Royal trying to rely on that outside line momentum. It will not work to his advantage. The 721 goes to 3rd now. Jason Gore will slide up in front of his nose that time. He'll take the spot, but he washed up the racetrack, opened up the door, and allows Royal to get back by him. Royal will go back, and the 100 tries to take a stab there as well. Brian Cook, as it's still all Dean Rasco all the time here in Greenwood tonight. Back off in the 1. The battle back here for 3rd on back to 5th is a good one. And as soon as Jason Cook's able to throw his hat into the ring, it should get pretty interesting. I think he's got his tacky set up on tonight. So the last lap time for your race leader, an 18.952 for Rasco. His quickest time in this race with an 18.633. But right now, that last lap time much quicker by 0.3 was Calvin Tucker. An 18.867 that last time by. Okay, hey, Chris, I just won't do it. I'll just cut it off, man. So off of 4, this time it's heating up for the race lead off of turn number 4. Down the boulevard, they head back off in the 1, the Colt 45 of Dean Rasco, as the 83 of Tucker, who won the non-qualifier main event here in the inaugural King of the Hill, hustles his way down the back straightaway. Calvin Tucker has fit the gap, and here he comes. The reigning track champion here in Greenwood, Louisiana, of Dean Rasco, sees the white flag, the final quarter-mile trip around the Greenwood Oval as they hustle off into turns 1 and 2 for the final time. Here comes Tucker to the inside for the race lead. Can't get the job done. As Jason Gores prevailed to get back around Royal, as Gores third, the battle for fourth, they're side by side for it, down the back straightaway. Colt 45 of Dean Rasco gonna win this one over the 83 of Tucker. To the line, Gore will grab third. The battle for fourth, they're coming to it neck and neck at the line, and the 100 of Cook got it. The 100 of Cook got it by 0.006. So on the pole, it'll be Chris White from Monona, Texas, and car number 85 on the pole here in the Dominator chassis. TJ Evans from Kilgore, the reigning Rose Bowl and the reigning Lone Star Speedway track champion in car number 7. Tommy Williams Jr., the $3,000 winner, the 4th annual SmackDown winner at the RPM Speedway, promoted by Kevin Rogers and Kevin Sestair, doing a fine job over there this year. It's Tommy Williams again to the 151K. Garrett Lindsey in the Deuce car out of Keith Hill. Into 3 and off of turn number 4, this time by to the line. The 7 of Evans going to lead lap number 1 with a lap time of 18.785 over Chris White in car number 85. It's hard for me to cut the phone because my monitor's right here, so anyway. Into 3. It's going to be the 7 of Evans still out front with the race lead right now here in heat race number 5 of the night here at the Boothill Speedway. On round number 1 of qualifying, the passing point system is implemented. It's not necessarily where these drivers finish. It's about how many cars they pass to get to where they finish. As they hustle down the back straightaway, it's Evans over the 85 of White right now. The 2 of Lindsey, who's had some good runs this season here, and as well at Arklatex down the road in Vivian. The 151 has his hands full with the young 13-year-old C.J. Howell. It's C.J. Howell giving hell to the very well-respected 151 of Tommy Williams Jr. Again, just won $3,000 a couple of Friday nights ago at RPM in Crandall. The 55 of Dalton Du Bois in this one, as well as the 7. Good to see Ricky Sessions and Jeff Hauser in the B&B Automotive. Number 18, they hustle off into 1. Devin Richards sits at the tail in the Curb Record-sponsored Outlaw race car number 4 on a beautiful night here in Greenwood. Just look at that sun, look at this setting. Hope you can make it out here tomorrow night, folks. As we roll off of turn number 4, the 7 of Evans, the battle for second. It's heating up into 1. Chris White trying to hold back the charge from the Keithville native. Here comes Lindsey. He'll take second, or try to nose up ahead, the outside line momentum, and White's never scared. He'll smash the throttle through the firewall and look to relegate the 2 back to 3rd. Oh, and they make contact. A little bit of slight kiss of contact, some right side romance, as the great Jerry Van Sickle would say. They hustle back into 1. Undoubtedly the best battle right now on the racetrack, as the 2 car gets up on the top shelf of the racetrack, switches lines with the 85 of White. He has second. And he will look to get on the throttle, but way out front by his lonesome, probably won't have a chance to get it. Evans is gone with the win. Dirty dancing out front, Patrick Swayze style. We'll holler at you boys later, he said. So Evans, who sat in the top 2 behind Dalton Faulkner and the KMO Racing regional points, he'll see 2 laps to go, this time by to the line. 2 to go. As down the boulevard is C.J. Howell, who sits 5th over the 55 of Du Bois. And here he comes again, the 13-year-old, folks. This kid, I mentioned him earlier during hot laps. He is nothing less than impressive. C.J. Howell, 13 years old. Give it all. Tommy Williams is worth. They make contact there off of turn number 4. Contact between the 151 and the 2 car. They'll hustle back into turns 1 and 2. Tommy Williams Jr. has his hands full, and right now there's 4 car underneath Grandma's quilt down the back straightaway. Williams drives it deep off into the corner, opens up the door. Here comes Howell to the inside. The checkers are out, and it's going to be Tommy Williams by half of a nose. Tommy Williams gets the 4th spot over the youngster from Greenwood, Louisiana. In the 7, that'll be Jeff Bates tonight of the Cody Bain Motorsports MRC chassis. Chris Sawyer, piloting car number 10. The 100 is Lee Patton from Quitman, Louisiana. Chris. The man to keep your eyes on, folks, in this one will be Lee Patton in the 100, as well as the 66 of J. Will. Jacob Wilburn came from 25th to 4th in last year's 10,000 win main event. And rolling off of 4, Lewis trying to fight there with the 1 of Lindsey. Jeff Lewis rolling the top shelf of the Boothill Speedway. He'll roll it to his advantage and put the 1 car comfortably back to 3rd now. Lewis showing a little bit of smoke from out underneath the undercarriage of the 40 car, but may just because he's got some speed. He'll roll off of 4, trying to hunt down the 33 of a Graham. Jeff Lewis is coming. And Jacob Wilburn right now all the way at the tail has got a fast race car. We know he's good here at Boot Hill, but he is bottled up right now. As the 60s, some good cars in each and every one of these heats. None of these things are going to be a cakewalk tonight. You better believe it. As the best heat race we've seen so far tonight between the 36J of Justin Whitehead and the 81 of Ricky Ingles, and a fantastic race that came down to the wire. But right now on this one, the underdog story of Robert Graham Sr. out front with the race lead over the 40 of Jeff Lewis. Lewis being breathed down his neck into turn number 1 by the 7 of Jeff Bates, who's doing a good job holding on to the wheel here. The 7 car for Cody Main tonight. He's had more... Caution flag will come out for the first time as a Marshall Texan will lead him to the stripe as your race leader. Jeff Lewis, Jeff Bates, Tony Lindsey, Lee Patton right now, your top 5. We're back underway. We'll see what Jacob Wilburn can do in the 66. He's been bottled up for the entirety of this race to this point, and we know that he's a hard charger. They'll head off into 1. Lewis going 3 wide with Tony Lindsey around the hub of the racetrack, down near the basement, the 100 of Patton. As the 7 of Bates has prevailed, and he's going to try to work for the race lead. Oh, Jeffrey Bates. It's been a pair of Jeffs in these cars the last couple of weeks. Jeff Whitehead drove this car last weekend at Texarkana on Friday night. Oh, and a shot in the shorts. Trying to give some whiplash there to your race leader in the 33. Give him some pressure anyway. Here comes Tony Lindsey now. Tony Lindsey coming out of nowhere, feeling good about himself. Took him a few laps to get the hang of it, and Lee Patton will bring along with him. Playing Indian Giver for the race lead. Oh, my goodness. It got bottled up there, and Jeff Lewis on the way to the Heartbreak Hotel in car number 40. He's off the pace. And Jacob Wilburn finally able to get some steam up there in the top 5, and he about got stretched into the back straightaway wall. 2 laps to go. Who's it going to be? And a dandy. Heat number 6 down the back straightaway of the first round of qualifying here for the 10,000 win King of the Hill. Graham fending off the charge from the 7 of Bates once he got there, and the 1 of Lindsey smells blood in the water. Final trip into turns 1 and 2 in this one. Lindsey continues to take stabs underneath the 7, but he can't not contend with an outside line. The momentum carrying the 7 of Bates to second as Lindsey will continue to take a dive. Off of 4 to the checkered flag. Your winner goes to Robert Graham Sr. from Marshall. 7 of Bates will snag second over the 1 of Tony Lindsey. It'll be Justin Collins on the pole of heat race number 7. Along the outside of him, the 340 of Taylor Carver. Your 2016 winner of this event, the second annual winner anyway. Flying Ryan Powers outside of row number 3. Look out, JP. Jody Prince diamond off the exit of corner number 2. Got a big run down the back straightaway. Olin Holder has the race lead, but for how long? They're coming. Olin Holder holds on to the race lead, but look out, boy, he's got that thing kicked out. Carver now going to throw his hat into the ring. Ryan Powers up in front of the 340 car down the back straightaway. Top 5 right now underneath the blanket. Holder still has it, but for how long? 10-piece coming. Jody Prince all over the back bumper, smelling the tail tank of Holder, who continues to sling it off into 1 and 2. But Prince has a run. Down the back straightaway, Jody Prince going to nose ahead. Prince at the center of the corner, still side by side. They make a little bit of slight kiss of contact. Some right side romance in the middle of 3 and off of 4. The 63, that time, still continues to somehow, someway hold on to the race lead. And Justin Collins flirted with disaster right there, nearly kicked out the 0 car in front of the rest of the field of competition, about spun her out there. He corralled it. Jody Prince continues to bring his stamps and send it. Each and every time, probably the best heat race we've seen since the Ingles battle with Justin Whitehead. Holder driving a pretty flawless race here to be able to contend and holding off the 10P of Jody Prince, who's been very quick here at Boothill when he has been able to race. And Prince's only third start in 2019. The former super late model ace and former track champion here at Boothill. Down the back straightaway. Breathing all the way down the neck of Olin Holder. Holder's raced here at Boothill but hasn't been here all season long. The yellow is out for the first time in this one in heat number 7. Lane restart along the outside of Powers. It's Taylor Carver from Nashville, Arkansas. Keep your eyes on him in the Hootie Cackle Collision, sponsor number 340. Hootie Cackle Collision, one of the best sponsors in motorsports. We're underway. On the restart, Powers going to try to fit the gap to the outside of Collins. Collins will wash up the racetrack, but Jody Prince continues to give all Olin Holder's worth for the race lead. Holder continues to hold on to it, but for how long? Because here comes Prince diving to his inside for the race lead. JP continues to take stabs. Maybe this will be his best shot into one. Turns the car to the center of the corner, but Holder too strong up top. You got to give it to him. Holder driving a smooth race in this one. On the edge of disaster, fending off the former champion here at Boothill and a late model of Jody Prince, as Carver has prevailed and disposed of the R12 of Flying Ryan Powers. The top 3 are underneath the blanket now, and Carver may run out of time as we're 6 in. 3 to go. It'll be 7 score, 3 to go this next time by. Wait, I'm sorry. It'll be 2 to go this time by. 8 score, 2 to go. Down the boulevard, and JP takes the race lead, and tough break for Carver. Carver taking the scenic route, Dukes of Hazzard style through the infield. He'll resurface, but not before he loses wholesale spots. That's going to hurt Carver. And got finished off there in 1, but into 3 and 4 to the white flag this time by. Collins trying to get around Holder late. Olin Holder has his hands full to the max into 1. Battle for 4th. The best battle right now, Joshua Martin has come on strong. Josh Martin from Colfax down the back straightaway in the 88M car. The final turn, final time of the checkered flag. Your winner goes to JP, Jody Prince in 10P. Second goes to Olin Holder in 63P, and 0 of Cleveland racer Justin Collins. Counting in 44. Kelly Lockey driving the Laser Racing chassis. RKT operating number 14 from Tyler, Texas. Dakota Wyatt in car number 15 X-Year. Started on the front row of this year's Factory 50. Kenneth Porkchop Chamberlain in car number 70 out of Jacksonville, Texas. The 4J, that'll be Randy Wheeler. And they're bottled all the way up on the start. Josh Darter will be one to keep your eyes on the Ford Power 34 Junior starting at the tail. Look out, Chamberlain. Oh, boy. Porkchop Chamberlain, he knows what's at stake. That was a $10,000 move. Didn't quite work out for him, but those are the kind of risks that you need to take. As he will try to go to work on the 14 of Lockey back here for second, or up here for second. Lockey to the inside of the 24 of Morgan down the back straight. They made a little bit of slight kiss of contact there. Into turn number 3. Lockey rolls the hub, rolls it well, but gets a shot in the shorts there from the 70 of Chamberlain. Down the front boulevard, they head off into 1, and car number 24, Morgan, continues to fend off 14 of Lockey. Minding his own business. Several car lengths up ahead for the race lead. It's the 44 of Thomas Downey, holding on to the race lead. Side by side for second, continuing to work every inch of the Boothill Speedway racing service. Morgan from the top shelf down to about the middle floor. Here comes Chop. Porkchop Chamberlain. Here comes Porkchop. The winningest driver at Lone Star Speedway from about 2014 to 2017. Down the front stretch, he heads in 70. All over the back bumper to the 14 of Lockey. Chamberlain been calling RPM Speedway in Crandall, Texas on Friday nights. His home speedway as of late. Been racing there quite a bit over in Crandall. As right now the war for second is a good one. Downey can only think about what's going on behind him. He has no rear views or anything to know, but he's got to feel pretty good about himself. Oh, and he nearly just lost the handle. He got a good look that time on the left side of the race car. He said, okay. He was able to give himself that one. He can't do that again because Lockey's finally prevailed over the 24 of Morgan. and he could finally set his sights on your race leader, Thomas Downey, but he may run out of time. We'll see. Why is my computer froze? Right now, Thomas Downey, the last lap time was a 19.674, almost an entire second faster was Kelly Lockey with an 18.795. Lockey is way faster right now than the 44 of Downey is, and the caution flag waves. Tough customer. May not have the quickest car at this juncture, but we'll see what happens. As it's going to be Downey taking the green flag from the top spot. We're back underway. Here comes Pork Chop now. Here comes Chop. As Kelly Lockey back in the saddle of his laser race car, he went a little high, wide, and handsome that time. He'll get on the throttle and try to roll back to the outside of the 7. Roll into the outside, but going to have to either route the 44 or he's going to have to try to get second. Doesn't want to come home third in this one because Chamberlain's got the bottom side working good. Cannot get the clearance. He gives the 44 a shot in the shorts for the final time through turns 3 and 4. They're going to drag race to the line. Lockey all over the back bumper of the 44. Chop's there, and Lockey will snag second behind the 44. Thomas Downey, your winner. 25L. He's out of Willis, Texas. Donald Kane Jr. in 25L. And Cody Chamberlain in 12C out of Jacksonville, Texas, the son of Pork Chop, who just ran that previous race. Cody Chamberlain again out of Jacksonville. Lights are out, and the green is out. Wasn't sure how that start was going to work. It'll work, I guess. We'll hustle into one. Oh, boy. And Duos is all kinds of... Don't know what's going on back there. Oh, boy, they're trying to go 3 wide for the race lead. Billy Grider way upstairs. Royce Jones waging war with the 492 of Billy Grider, who got... Oh, look out, Billy. Boy, it is messier than an 80s food fight out here right now, folks. Don't know what's going on. Jeff Larry makes the 492 a victim as well. Billy Grider trying to corral that 492 car. He's having all kinds of problems. Has his hands full to the max. Down the back straightaway, here comes Jeff Larry. Here comes Bobby Jordan. To the race lead goes Bobby Jordan in 17. Jordan slides up in front of the nose. He'll take the top spot. They're 3 wide there off of turn number 4 momentarily. They head down the boulevard into 1. 07 of Royce Jones from Troop, Texas. Right now, the top 5 underneath Grandma's quilt. They head down the back straightaway. The 15G of Larry. Back to the outside. Cannot squeeze it. Tried to walk through the threshold. Couldn't get the job done. Here comes Larry down to the bottom of the racetrack to the inside for second. And at the line. Has it. About a half of a nose. Into 1. Larry takes second. He'll set his sights now for the race leader in the 17 of Bobby Jordan. Jeff Larry has not missed a beat, folks, and scraping down the back straightaway wall, riding it like Tony Hawk on a skateboard. The 0 of Jonathan Beckett. Sending sparks into the Greenwood sky. It's heating up at Boothill. Here comes Jeff. Jeff Larry down the back straightaway. Knows how to show up and show out when 10,000's on the line. Down the front straightaway, Bobby Jordan. Will he receive pressure? Yes, he will. Here comes Jeff, who is rolling like a yo-yo with no string now. Bobby Jordan getting ready to receive pressure. Is he up to the challenge? Down the front straightaway they head. Jeff Larry. He just gets it honest, folks. And he'll roll to the race lead that time, but the outside line momentum for Bobby Jordan. He'll smash his best engine power plant through the firewall down the back straightaway. Side by side for the race lead here at Boothill in heat number 9, and they make a nope, they never made contact. Certainly looked like they were, but they didn't. You couldn't have slid the Holy Spirit between their door panels that time. Into 1. Jeff Larry working to the inside for the race lead, and a good one. And heat number 9's a dandy. Bobby Jordan and the nickel and dime bodies number 17, the police chief from Texarkana. May have to cuff the 15G because here he comes to the white flag. He'll step to the outside of the Boothill Speedway. Can Jeff do it? On the throttle. Jordan continues to fend him and push him off to second. Final turn, final time. Who is it going to be? Larry going to go to the outside of the Boothill Speedway, trying to get a run off of 4 to the line. It'll be the 17 of Jordan. And a great race in heat number 9 of the first round. Inside of row number 4, starting 7th. Outside will be the 15 for Jimmy Bird Motorsports tonight. From Lena, Louisiana, Cortland Smith. JT Garland from Cleveland. Your top qualifier here for the Battle of Boot Hill factory stock portion of that event. The lights are out. We're underway for 10 circuits. Into one they head. Bo Perry will be one to keep your eyes on. Little John Tuggle trying to go 3 wide. Look out. Oh, my goodness gracious. He said, I'm not ready to destroy my brand new race car just yet. They got Harry there. As Tuggle tries to fight. Oh, contact there for the race lead. Knocking the nose off the D3 of Edwards. And it's hung on the back bumper to the 12 of Perry now. And David Edwards about to storm back to the front. As off of 4, it's Perry with the race lead in 12. First name Bo, last name Perry about to receive pressure from the D3 of David Edwards. And Little John Tuggle, all kinds of loose, and he may come to a stop and bring out the caution. He will. Cooled off a little bit, but he comes into this one tonight hotter than a firecracker. We'll see if the 12 can hold on because David Edwards rolling like a big dog as well. We're back underway. Here comes McEacher now. McEacher will throw his hat into the ring. A pair of 0 cars. The pair of zeros go at it for 3rd. Down the back straightaway. Dusty Keith and the 11 drove it deep off into the corner that time. As they roll off before McEacher with a little high, wide hands. Oh, and McEacher into the front straightaway wall. And the right rear Hoosier into the Greenwood Knight. Look out back straightaway. Y'all look out over there, turn 2, in case that thing hops or anything silly. Doc. And it has not gone to expectation to this point. Back underway off of turn number 4 to the green flag we go. Here comes David Edwards, barking to the back bumper to the 12 for the race lead. David Edwards, halfway in, 5 laps to go with this 10-lap affair. To the white flag comes the 12 car of Bo Perry, who feels like he's been long overdue to get one of these big paying factory stock wins in his racing career. He certainly has the speed tonight, as well as the D3 of Edwards. Limited modified winner 2 Friday nights ago at the Showtime Speedway. David Edwards, final time to the checkered flag, won't be able to get the job done as Bo Perry wins it in 12. The battle for 3rd to the line. It'll be JT Garland. Modified champ in the 125. Outside is Ronald Pilkington from Marshall in 22. Nick Hirschbach out of Chandler, Texas in the 106. Billy Mazzell from Frankston, the 2-time champion. Oh, boy, look out, Billy. That's not going to end well. Ran out of real estate, and around goes Rollo Pilkington right in front of the field. Boy, it's wild right now. Rollo did a good job of selling it. Chris Hennigan, 3rd place, finishing the inaugural 10,000 win King of the Hill. Keep your eyes on him starting at the tail. Lights are out. We're underway off of turn number 4. Into 1 and 2. They go door to door for the race lead, trying to go 4 different lanes wide. Down the back straightaway with a 3 wide back here at the midpoint of the back straightaway. Into 3. Here comes Rollo to the inside. They go 3 wide. 3 wide off of turn number 4. Pilkington, the cheese and the cracker. And the bottom side of that cracker slid back to 4th of 125 of Lou Lyles. And man, it's been a wild start for the 50 of Mazzell. And there was still all kinds of... It's wild right now back there for second as well. Lou Lyles got loose off of 4 as well. Hit a banana peel as they head off into 1 and 2. It's the 27 of the Conroe, Texas race of the 26-year-old Dalton Faulkner out front with the race lead in 27. Faulkner, your current KMO regional points leader. For the regional factory stock points right now, hustles his way in the performance graphics, or Supreme Graphics, number 27. He sets his sights down the back straightaway. The 41 is the best battle right now. Really, the battle for second, the battle for 4th, and the battle for 5th is a good one. Here comes Hennigan. Chris Hennigan. Going to dispose of the 90 at Davidson, relegate him back to 6th now as Hennigan's up to... Hennigan's the 6th and 100. Down the back straightaway, Chris Hennigan trying to work his way closer to the front. And we're going to keep our eyes on him to see how far out front he can make his way as they hum down the boulevard back into turn number 1. First name Chris, middle name Winnigan, last name's Hennigan. Here he comes. As 1 coming around to the bottom of turn number 2. Hirschbach coming around to the bottom side of number 2, but no harm, no foul will stay green. As it's all Faulkner all the time right now. Right now, though, off of 2, here comes Tubbs to the inside of the 125 of Lou Lyles. They'll fit the gap. Lou Lyles walks back through the threshold using that outside line momentum to his advantage as they come off of turn number 4. Down the back straightaway, it's still 27 of Faulkner, who leads a comfortable heat race number 11 here with 2 laps to go. The quickest lap turned in this race has been by from Chris Hennigan. Chris Hennigan's turned the quickest lap in this race with a 17.952. Have not seen a car in the 17-second bracket tonight. And the white flag is going to be out though for Dalton Faulkner. Final trip in the turns 3 and 4. Can Hennigan get one more spot? He'll have his work cut out for him to do so. The checkers will be coming out this time. Your winner from Conroe, Texas, goes to Dalton Faulkner in 27. Alasco holds off Rollo. Oh, into the line. Racing Jason Ingles, last Saturday night's winner on the pole of your first limited modified heat of the night. As they set their sights down the front stretch. The 5-star stunner, a Casey Penn. Wow, that was a true Tony Hawk on a skateboard grind in a race car I've ever seen one. If any time I've ever said that, that would have been the most true for that. That was wild. That was pretty wild, wasn't it? Jason Ingles, G-O-N-E, he gone. Receiving pressure for second, though, the 5-star of Casey Penn. With the 3-time winner here this year of Ricky Ingles. They head down the back straightaway to number 3, the 23 of the SimpleChurch.tv, Cliffs Welding Service, Envirovac, Harmon's Automotive and Towing, number 23, IRP of Cody Tupper. Has a fast hot rod holding off the $5,000 winner of the 2016 edition of the Battle of Boot Hill, Joel Cuvion. Alexandria racer Joel Cuvion mired back in the 5th position as Penn just broke. Casey Penn just broke, and he's showing smoke. Broken up and smokes the 5-star stunner of Casey Penn. Can't catch a break, and the caution flag will wave. The green, it's Jason Ingles. His Uncle Ricky back there in the second spot as Tupper up to third now with the mishap for Penn. As we're back underway, keep your eyes on Cuvion. Seth Davis and that other under 12 car right now. The top three are underneath a. What are they underneath? Here comes Tupper. Tupper stabs underneath, and he wants some victory for supper. Down the front straightaway, Tupper working well tonight. But Jason Ingles about to get disposed of by his Uncle Ricky, and he will. Ricky Ingles down the back straightaway, feeling himself tonight. Ricky took his vitamins today, boy. Off of turn number 4 on the front straightaway. Here comes Tupper now. And a good race brewing here late. Oh, and Ingles slipped over the top of turns 1 and 2. There's a thin line between love and hate right now. And Jason Ingles going to be now been in the limited modified class for 2 full seasons now. As his dad's the former track champion here at Cliff Tupper. We'll see what happens as Ingles, your race leader. We're back underway. Cuvion to third. Back underway in the 1. Cuvion going to send it up top in car number 30. As they sit sights down the back straightaway. Joel Cuvion receiving pressure now from Jason Ingles. 2 good friends roll for third. Off of 4. High side momentum works for Cuvion. Nope. The 12 makes a liar of me. Jason Ingles storming his way back to the front. Into turns 3 and 4. This time, the 3-time winner at Boothill this year. This 8-lap affair is throwing the keys on the counter and checked out on him. Once he got there, he was gone. Final trip, final time down the back straightaway with the turns 3 and 4. It's all Ingles all the time at the hill. And it's going to be Ricky Ingles, your winner in 81. It is. It's JoJo Wilhelm in 32. The 99 Junior. It's Mark Underwood Jr., who finished 5th here in the main event last week, contested for the race lead. The 22 Magnum is Dylan Spear from Marshall. And sending sparks into the Greenwood sky is a 22 of Pilkington on the start. Cliff Tupper, boy, this is a murderer's row. Where's Derek Grigsby? Is there another heat? Oh, wow, there's a lot of limiteds here. Oh, look out, Rollo. Drove in there deep, made contact with Pilkington. With Wilhelm. And here comes a slider, maybe by the 99. Nope, just a textbook move there for Mark Underwood. Mark Underwood feeling good and feeling great. He'll roll into 3. Holds on to third, side by side for 4th. The 32 of JoJo Wilhelm continues to hold back the advances of the 22 of Pilkington. As your $5,000 winner of the Battle of Boot Hill last month, Dylan Spear, rolling the hub and rolling it well. He's got Tupper way up top, where Grandpa keeps the good bourbon. As it's Davidson right now out front in 90. Here comes Underwood. And he takes the low lane of the racetrack, and we'll see if he elects to throw the slider. Here he comes. He heard me in the driver's meeting. The only driver that's elected to obey my orders. Here comes Underwood back to the inside. The pair of Northeast Louisiana racers right now run 1, 2, and 3. And the pair of these in 2nd and 3rd putting on a show. Here comes Underwood. He'll slide up in front of the nose. Oh, yep, they made contact. I thought he had him cleared. Thought he had him cleared all the way, but the 27 of Del Rio surrenders the 3rd now. Underwood. Don't have the lap times to tell you, but I think he has the quickest car on the racetrack. But Jody Davidson would be able to contest that, as Davidson is absolutely gone. So showing that he has set sail and he is set on KIL tonight. Davidson, a 3-time winner at Boothill last season, trying to get back to Victor Lane here and find ABC Auto Parts Victor Lane on Saturday night as they head down the front straightaway. Underwood, looks like he was messing with the wheel there. And he has not scrubbed off any speed. Thought he had a problem there for a moment. White, yeah, that's what I was just thinking. The white flag this time. To the checkered flag, Jody Davidson dominates it. And car number 90 second will go to the B99 of 99 Jr. of Mark Underwood Jr. The 27 of Del Rio snags third. Right now, out front with the race lead, the 15 of Aaron Allen, he gone. He's out front with the race lead of 15. Aaron Allen has showed a lot of speed since hopping behind the wheel of this Western Flyer number 15 car, as Michael King Jr. occupies the second position right now as Derek Grigsby's worked the third in car number 69. Rolling through 3 and off of 4. The battle. Oh, Michael King just went way high, wide, and handsome that time. And Derek Grigsby has closed the gap on him. The 69 trying to reel him closer. Michael King on the edge of disaster down the back straightaway. Here comes Derek Grigsby down the back straightaway. Grigsby will try to get the spot. He'll slide through 3-4 and throw the slider up in front of the 14 junior. He'll take second. Michael King back on the throttle, but not enough to retake the 69 of Grigsby, who marched his way to second. And now King down the inside, but lap traffic up in front of the nose, down the back straightaway. Cecil gets disposed of, put down a couple of laps here. 2 laps to go for Aaron Allen. Michael King could learn something here if he following the tracks of the 69 car, as Grigsby undoubtedly knows the quick lane around this racetrack. Michael King was showing him the quicker lane there for a few moments, but nonetheless, Grigsby went by the mistake of the 14 junior, and he's fighting back tooth and nail to his inside. Down the front straightaway, Michael King with the white flag out, trying to put the pressure back on the 69 of Derek Grigsby. Grigsby able to skate away now. Puts a couple of car lengths between he and the 14 junior. Final turn, final time to the checkered flag. It's all Aaron Allen all the time. Aaron Allen, your winner in 15, dominates it. All the way to the top shelf. The 14 junior King went, but grabbing second, the 69 of Grigsby. Down there, so heat number 1 of round 2, it's Cameron Furr out front with the race lead. Started shotgun in the first round and rolled his way up to a top 5 finish. He held off Jason Ingles to get the job done earlier. As right now it'll be Furr marching to the beat of his own drum as the 2R down the front straightaway into turn number 1. It'll be Furr holding off the 2R of Roberts. Whitehead won in that car earlier here this season is the 100 of Brian Cook out of Florine, Louisiana. fitting off his team car, are back here doing battle with the 14 of Lockie. Lee Davis out of Greenwood, Louisiana, holding off the 14 of Tyler, Texas racer Kelly Lockie. They go still side by side for fourth. Down the front straightaway, they'll head off of her. Kelly Lockie down to the bottom of the racetrack now to the inside of the 100 of Lee Davis, as Cameron Furr got a little loose there off the exit of 2 and opens up the door for the 2 of Roberts. Double R to the inside for the race lead. Here comes Roberts to the inside for the race lead. And the battle back here near the tail's a good one as well. All kinds of comers and goers in this one. And a good battle back here near the tail, and the battle for the race lead shaping back up. Oh, and around goes the 11 of Keith. Around goes the 11 of Dusty Keith. And we'll get a caution here in this one. Battle there with the 14 from Tyler or Kelly Lockie. Ricky Sessions in car number 7. The lights are going out. We're back underway off of turn number 4. They'll head back into 1 and 2. Keep your eyes on the 10 car. Ty Clampett. Clampett now will throw his hat in the ring, as well as the 7 of Sessions. They make a little bit of slight kiss contact. Here comes Kelly Lockie now. Kelly Lockie going to roll the outside. Oh boy, Brian Cook nearly washed up the racetrack, and they'll go side by side. Cook in the 14 of Lockie. Lockie will roll his way right past the number 100 car, smash the throttle, but Cook back on it. Cook back on the throttle. Around goes the 10 car, Ty Clampett. Around goes Ty Clampett. As Lockie has rolled his way to third, Clampett trying to get a refire, but he will not. The caution comes out. On for the final few circuits that count the most. Lockie's got a hot rod tonight in 14. Back underway off of 4. The green is out from Keith Parker. They'll hustle into 1. Heat 1 of round number 2 underway here for the 10,000 King of Boothill. On demand on Race on Texas. They hustle into 1. Lockie will take it for a moment down the back straightaway. He'll try to slam the door shut. He'll leave some room for the taking to walk through the thresholds. The double R Ryan Roberts. 3 wide back here for 5th. Oh, and contact. Contact. Continue to make contact. Through the infield goes Davis. The 17 of Duos did not show much leeway to the 7 of Sessions. And that got wild as they head off into turns 3 and 4. They roll off of 4 this time to the line. Cameron Furr still leads. Lockie trying to get in here and show some love and show some pressure to the 1 star. Alasko up to 5th and 41. Dylan Alasko up to 5th in car number 41 right now. Here comes Lockie trying to walk to the back bumper of the 1 star with 2 laps to go. 2 to go. Top 3 on a rope as Furr continues to drive his race up front and keep the 14 of Lockie at bay. To the white flag they come. Here comes Kelly Lockie, knocking on the back door for the race lead. Will they be able to walk through the threshold? He'll go down to the bottom of the racetrack. Cameron Furr going to give it up on the last lap. They're going to drag race to the line. And Lockie's going to steal it. No, he won't. The 1 star Furr wins it by half of the 32, Brandon Brown from Hooks, Texas. This is a tough field here, folks. We'll see what happens. 10 laps of distance in round number 2, heat 2, we're underway. The pair of Dallas area racers hustle into 1 and 2, neck and neck for the race lead into 1. Who's going to get the whole shot? Oh, and Cook pushed. Cook pushed up the racetrack a little bit that time. He'll iron it out down the back straightaway, not before he falls to 2nd. That outside line momentum worked early for this one. Oh, look out through 3 and 4. The 27 of Faulkner coming in like gangbusters. Dalton Faulkner. As the 15X of Dakota Wyatt has problems, and a major push there for Cook. And he did his drive set up into 3. Cook now rolls deep up into the corner this time with Ryan Powers who is inside. These guys race a lot with one another in Dallas-Fort Worth area as they hustle into 1. The Texans run 1, 2, 3, and 4 in this one, and 5, and 6. Right now, it's Jeff Hauser. Did not have the run that he wanted in the first round, but round 2 looking much better for car number 18. Battle for 2nd. It's heating up down the front straightaway into 1. Faulkner working his way to 3rd now. The Kalo Regional Points leader right now rolls off of 2, and he'll take 2nd now as Cook washed way up the racetrack to 3 wide down the back straightaway to 3 wide. And that's number 3, the 27 of Faulkner goes to 2nd now. Cook has his hands full tonight with the 504. The car is something not right with it, man. I mean, Jason just doesn't drive like that. Car is extremely, extremely tight, and he just got slid into 1 and 2. Not the performance that Cook was looking for, but I promise you the car is not working to his expectation. He knows it. He's just trying to hold on, get what he can get. Off of 4 to the halfway sign. We're 5 in and 5 laps to go. Dalton Faulkner now walking to the back bumper of the 18 for the race lead. Here comes the 27 of Dalton Faulkner. Faulkner down the front straightaway that time by half of a nose will take the lead. This kid is something special. He is something special, folks, and the caution flag comes out. Again, why he's the KMO Regional Points leader. It's Dalton Faulkner with the race lead. We're back underway off of 4. Backing away into 1, 18 of Hauser. Got to fend off the R12 of Ryan Powers. Now the 32 of Brandon Brown, who dominated his first heat of the night. Brown to the inside of the 12 car for 3rd. Brandon Brown. Down the boulevard, Brown that time gets a nose up on him. 32 gets a nose up on R12. Oh, and they make contact. Contact in the turns 1 and 2 between Brandon Brown and the 32, and now the 17 of Jordan going to look to take advantage. Powers may not like it too much. The white flag is out. Will the 32 be able to hold on? So the R12 of Powers certainly so he got the short end of that stick as they roll through 3 and 4 for the final time. Brown, I was afraid that he may have a flat. In the first round, it'll be the 15G out of Minden, Louisiana of Jeff Larry. Jeff Larry in the 15G. The 125 out of West Monroe will be Lou Lyles. Lou Lyles on the Outlaw race car. Keep your eyes on the car starting at the shotgun of the field of Scotty Case. We're underway off of 4. Not getting the start that he was wanting. The caution flag will come out for Lou Lyles. For an original restart after the mishap for the 125 of Lou Lyles. Lee Patton to the outside. We're underway off of 4. Underway into 1. Richards, who scored his first career win at the Chatham Raceway a couple of weeks ago. And racing with a heavy heart. Was surely happy to dedicate that win to his father as he'll roll off a 4 with the race lead over the 100 of Lee Patton. The Northeast Louisiana racers roll 1 and 2 right now as they head down the boulevard into 1. Chamberlain to 3rd. Chamberlain over the 29 of Sills, who sits 4th. Here comes Jeff Larry now. Larry will slide up in front of the nose of the 5 and down the back straightaway. It is wild right now. Mike Lavisphere into the mix in that one as well. Got a little bit of a shot in the shorts from the C7 of Scotty Case. Scotty Case continues to give a shot in the shorts of the 5 of Lishman now. Here comes Patton for the race lead. Lee Patton to the inside for the race lead. Down the back straightaway, Lee Patton. Rolling the bottom side of the racetrack and rolling it well. Lee Patton to the top spot here at Boot Hill. Oh boy, that was close. That was close. And a great race being brewed here. But it'll brew no longer. He'll serve the 4 cup in the 3. The 100 of Lee Patton filling himself now. Lee Patton rolling and looks smoother than satin. Down the back straightaway in the 100 car, marching to the beat of his own drum now in 100. He'll relegate the 4 of Richards the 2nd. The 70 of Chamberlain, a few car lengths back behind in 3rd. 4th of the 29 of Stills, who sits 4th over the 15G of Larry, who rolls 5th. As they head down the boulevard, back into 1. Tick-tock, the race clock goes 50% into this one. 5 in, 5 laps to go. laps the distance here in Heat 4 of round number 2 with the 66 of Jacob Wilburn, last year's hard charger into the 10,000 in the main event from Highlands, Texas. Puts his foot through the floorboard, or he will, off of 4. We're underway. Of getting started, but we'll re-rack them and stack them and try it one more again. Now we're down to 7 cars going 10 laps of distance. We're underway off of 4. Jacob Wilburn jumps out front with the race lead here. Here comes Rollo. Boy, just screamed to the outside. I'm sorry, that's 36J of Whitehead. Tripping, man. Whitehead down the back straightaway to second, and it's just a matter of time before he gives J. Will the business. Now off of turn number 4, running down Jacob Wilburn for the race lead. Whitehead coming quick, fast, and in a damn hurry. Here he comes. Quickest lap time of this race been turned by the 18.536 for Whitehead on his second lap the previous lap. Wilburn turned an 18.949. It's clear that 4/10 quicker is 36J as Wilburn washed up from the bottom side to the top shelf, and here comes 36J to his back bumper, giving them the business now. Whitehead giving the 66 all he's worth, but now Wilburn on the throttle. He'll separate himself by a car length as they head off into 3. Last time by, an 18.730 for Whitehead to a 19 flat for the 66 of J. Will. Now that time, J. Will quicker that last time. To the outside of the racetrack, trying to dime it off the exit of 4. Jacob Wilburn still holding at bay. The reigning $10,000 winner here at Boothill, the King of the Hill. We've never had a repeat winner of this event. Full Throttle Marcus Cottle won it in 2015. Taylor Carver, 2016 winner. Derek Grigsby won it in 2017 when it paid $7,000. Of course, Whitehead last season scored the dub. If you want to do the math and calculate it, it ain't too hard to put it together, but $45,000 he's been victorious with between the 7-time Cajun Classics and the $10,000 victory here a year ago. That's money in the bank, folks. As off of turn number 4, down the boulevard, he's given the 66 all he's worth. Very similar to how hard he ran Josh Daughtery here. Racing with respect and sportsmanship. As right now, though, Jacob Wilburn doing a fine job to make his car wide, and it's certainly quick enough to hold on to it. Whitehead searching the racetrack. 2 to go. 2 more quarter-mile trips around the Greenwood Oval as Whitehead lost the front end a little bit there, allows the 66 to put about a car length as they approach 3. The white flag will be coming out this time by for the final quarter-mile trip around the Boothill Speedway in heat race number 4 of round 2. Whitehead has not been able to find the lane. He'll send it off into 1 and 2. Drove it deep off into the corner, drove back to Blanchard Latex Road. Down the back straightaway, here comes the 36J now. He'll send it back up top. He's got to run. Here he comes, folks. Drag racing to the line. Whitehead's got it screaming up top, but it won't work. 66 of Jacob Wilburn repels him, and he takes the victory in 66. For Texas in car number 85. Lights are going out. We're underway off of 4 with Josh Martin, your pole sitter. And a good race brewing here in heat race number 5 of round 2. Wheeler, who is 5th overall in time trials last night of the 84 cars that checked in here, and the caution comes out. Isn't something too substantial where he wasn't able to come back out here and try it again on night 2. But, man, it took the wind out of his sails. As Martin will lead them to the green, we're back underway off of 4. Little John Tuggle's got it cooking up top. He'll relegate the 0 car of Beckett back to 3rd, and Tuggle will now go to work on the 4J of Wheeler for 2nd. Tuggle's got it rolling around the outside of the Boothill Speedway. Here he comes. He'll receive pressure back to his inside, though. And Tuggle into the front straightaway wall. Oh, and Randy Wheeler just lost it right in front of the field. I think he was losing a power plant. So we'll get the cake, or the cake's been rebaked. We'll get the candles relit here off of turn number 4, get the party restarted. It's Josh Martin. Puts the throttle to the floorboard, and we're underway. Oh, Little John's feeling Tuggalicious down the back straightaway. And to turn number 3. 21's D-O-N-E, but here comes Tuggalicious down to the inside for the race lead. The 3rd generation Tuggle. The grandson to the late Tootie Tuggle, son of John Tuggle. And to the inside, Little John is there. They're busier than a 1-foot cat in a 1-foot square litter box. Down the front straightaway, Little John Tuggle has his handful with the 88M of Joshua Martin. He met his match as he's allowed the 26B of Johnny Torres from San Antonio to roll to his back bumper. Separates himself into 3, though, but Torres makes up the ground in the center of the corners. Who you got, Mo? You got the 8 or the 88M for this one? Who you got? Who you got? You're gonna have to tell me. You got the 8 or the 88M? Who you got? Who you got? Who you got? Come on, man, don't be scared. They can't hear you. All right. Like they normally do, folks, they freeze up under pressure. My sidekick tonight. You haven't heard him all night, folks, because it's been a tough go for him. All right, I'm done. I'm just kidding, bud. It's okay. Off of turn number 4 to the checkered flag. Your winner goes to Colfax, Louisiana racer Joshua Martin. That's the one Mo picked. And second will go to Little John Tuggle. 3rd, Sin out of Benton, Louisiana. Ricky Ingalls, keep your eyes on him in 81. Freddie Blanchard in the B7 car, and TJ Evans from Kilgore. We're underway. Rolling down the front straightaway with the race lead is Josh Daughtery. Over the 25L of Donald Kane Jr. Trying to give some of his last name here. Erase some Kane anyway with the 34 Junior of Daughtery. Not able to get there and get the job done just yet. As Cody White sits back and forth, puts the pressure on their 3rd place driver off of 4 of Downey out of Baytown, Texas. And a sad deal for Downey. He had to watch one of his home racetracks get yanked to the ground and demolished. Racetrack that I certainly had the pleasure of calling some action at. Speaking of the Royal Purple Raceway, boy, that was depressing. Nonetheless, Houston area racing needs a little bit of a resurgence. Always good to have those guys travel up here to race here in Northwest Louisiana to the Arklatex. So Downey continues to hold on to third, but receives pressure still from the 22W of Cody White, as now Ingalls will throw his hat into the ring and join that battle. Ingalls bringing along with him the 7J of Evans. Evans. We got a good race here, though, for fourth into turn number 3. Ingalls takes advantage. Oh, boy. TJ Evans, that was not intentional. The 44M crossed the lane. I mean, came from the third floor about to the first floor there and didn't realize that he was hanging out on the second. That was nothing intentional there. The 7J of Evans was just trying to walk through that threshold. The 44... Yeah, that was just hard racing there. Just unfortunately, the beneficiary of a shot there was the 44M of Baytown, Texas racer Downey. I don't know. His best lap on lap 3, but it was an 18.795. So Daugherty has showed speed throughout the duration of this race, and it's kept him out front with the race lead, and he repels the rest of the competition. We are back underway. Keep your eyes on Ricky Ingalls. Ingalls coming. But as well, here comes Cody White. Cody White's up for the fight. Down the back straight with a 22W Chemist Electric entry. They roll like a rope. A tight rope off of 4. It's still Daugherty crossing underneath the line with the race lead. To the inside for second goes Cody White. The son to Benji White down the back straightaway. It's all Daugherty all the time. Coming to the checkered flag this time by. He'll have a provisional on this show Saturday, but won't have to use it if he doesn't have to. Josh Daugherty wins it. Donald Kane to second. 22W Cody White will finish third in this one. Finishing the inaugural King of the Hill at a Cashada N45. Calvin Tucker from Cleveland in car number 83. Tommy Williams Jr. from Mansfield, Texas in car number 151K. Jeff Lewis from Houghton. And Justin Collins, keep your eyes on him into the 03 out of Cleveland. We're underway. So Cowboys got the hood removed from the 45 car. And he'll sink to the tail there, but kind of out of his doing as they'll roll into 3 as Davidson just slid up on the race leader. 3 wide for third. 3 wide momentarily for third. The 83 of Tucker coming on strong, as the 15 of Cortland Smith surrendered and went back to 5th spot now. Here comes Greenwood, 27, screaming from up top. They're going to close in quick, fast, and in a hurry on the 12. And inside makes contact with the second place car, and around he goes. Oh, straightening back out, but he's going to continue to turn left. What is going on here? Oh, my goodness. Now, Joshua Greenwald's worked his way to second with Cortland Smith to his inside third. We're back underway off of 4. Keep your eyes on the 151 of Tommy Williams. We're back underway. They roll into turns 1 and 2, and they head off of 2. Here comes Josh Greenwald down the back straight with the laser race cars. Rolling all the way to the back bumper. Gave Jody a shot in the shorts. Into 3. Davidson feels the pressure now. Greenwald going to try to dime it off the exit. Now he keeps it up top. As they head down the front straightaway, Tommy Williams trying to get it rolling now. Here comes Cleveland racer Calvin Tucker. Tommy Williams Jr. as the quickest car so far in this race. On the previous lap, turning 18. Yep, just then Jody Davidson made a liar of me. His best time was an 18.992 for what it was worth for what I was about to say, but the best time just turned by an 18.949 for Jody Davidson, your race leader. As Williams is able to sell his car deep off into the corners, but I think it's hurting his exit speed as he'll allow the 81 car to close in, 83 car to close in on him of Tucker. So several good battles taking place in this heat race in heat number 7 of round 2. And down the back straightaway, it's Cody Robbins in the 15 of Cortland Smith. As now Greenwald's got to run. Greenwald's got to run to the back bumper of 90 of Davidson for the race lead. Greenwald just turned his quickest lap of the race. But the best battle still continues to be for 5th. Right now, they're neck and neck at it. Door to door. As I'll roll through turns 1 and 2, way up top where Grandpa keeps the good bourbons, the 15 of Cortland Smith. Down the back straightaway, Cody Robbins trying to fight to his inside of him. The 45 of Blanchard into the mix as well. The 0 of Collins there. They're 2 different lanes wide. In Texas in car number 11. Inside of 2, it'll be Harleton, Texas racer Brent Tidwell. Outside of Tidwell, it'll be Jason Ingalls at a long view in car number 5. Philip Sills from Shepherd, Texas in the 193 car. Robert Graham at a Marshall in the 22. Keep your eyes on Garrett Lindsey, finished 2nd in the first round of heats. Chris Dawkins in the 20J. Olin Holder and Thomas Downey were underway. Oh, we got a battle for the race lead, don't we? And a great race here in heat race number 8 of round number 2. Down the back straightaway, it's JT Garland in the 5 of Jason Ingalls, who has a guaranteed spot in tomorrow night's main event if he doesn't race his way in. The first round of heats didn't work as well as the 5 car would have liked, but he looks much better here in round 2, heat 8. As Ingalls finally able to prevail and set the 15 of JT Garland to second now. All right, when I To the white flag comes racing Jason. Jason Ingalls as final turn, final time, come to the checkered flag, this time from flagman Keith Parker. Jason Ingalls wins it. The battle for third, coming to the line, give it to Tubbs over the 2 of Lindsey. Good.
That's fine.
Oh. So, I didn't forget about you. Heat number 9. It's Chris Hennigan out front right now with the race lead. Chris Hennigan trying to hold off Josh Ellender in the car number 50, who rolls to his back bumper as they head off into 2. Or I'm sorry, head off of 2 and into 3. The 911 of Denny G. Denny Gabar from Frankston, Texas, got the 911 car working. He's trying to come to the rescue. And still one late here, but he'll send it way up top of the Boothill Speedway that time. Try to snag a little bit of that moisture and rocket his way down the back straightaway. The battle back here for the 6th spot's a good one between the 340, the former champion of this event, Taylor Carver, still going neck and neck with Dalton Dubois in the 55. Dubois just broke traction on the exit of the corner, and Carver will take that spot that time at the line. Carver's got it. Give it to him. As the battle now up in front of this battle is the Club 20 of Neil Kemp, who just fended off the charge from the 721 of Jason Gore, who sits 5th. Again, Club 20 4th of Neil Kemp. 3rd is still 911 of Denny Gabar. And 2nd of Joshua Ellender. Josh Ellender is one of those guys who really shows up and shows out at these big factory stock events. Always enjoy seeing Josh. A nice young man as he'll roll down the back straightaway. Josh brings his best to these big money races and obviously would love to make this show tomorrow night. So Chris Hennigan out front with the race lead. And it's interestingly enough, as Chris Hennigan does not have the fastest car on this race. Matter of fact, he's the... That can't be right? I was wondering.
So a 16-second lap time is not true lap time.
10-4. Amison from New Boston, Texas, in car number F5. Outside, trying to be the queen of the hill tonight, Tiffany Welch from Greenwood, Louisiana, in 58. CJ Howell from Academy. The 7 of Jeff Bates, who had a great performance earlier. We'll see what he's got, as well as Jody Prince. The Allen Crawfish D3 of David Edwards as they head down the back straightaway on the opening lap. Who's going to lead lap number 1? Myers going to roll down to the hub of the racetrack here at the hill off of 4 as they drag race to the line. Give it to Myers in 55. Cody Myers snags the race lead in 55M. but battling back tooth and nail to his outside. They're going to go door-to-door for the race lead. Your 10th and final heat race of round number 2. Down the back straightaway. In the 3, Myers to the inside for the race lead. Who's it going to be? Off of turn number 4 this time by to the line. It's still Myers. Leads the first 2 laps. Oh, and he just slid right up in front of the nose. And Amison getting into the back bumper of the 2 car as they cross some lanes up in front of him. So some contact there. And boy, the Tempe of Jody Prince just gave Tiffany Welch whiplash. As C.J. Howell working down to the inside of the 58 of Welch. As Amison trying to take a stab underneath the Arkansas racer Woodruff. As it allows the 55M of Myers to set sail. Myers out front minding his own business at this point. Oh, look out, Jody Prince. And Jody Prince about to finish Tiffany off. Maybe off before it looked like he wasn't too happy. Stock heat race of round number 2 here at the Boothill Speedway tonight. Myers will get his foot through the firewall, will get his back underway off of turn number 4. No, because he got by. They're about to wreck right here though. No, they're not. Sorry. I like it when they make a liar of me. It's great. It's great. I'd rather than not wreck. I don't like seeing. Most of these folks are my friends, so I don't like seeing their cars torn up. Down the back straightaway on this restart. Where's your race car? Where's your race car? Heading off into turns 1 and 2, it's Myers now looking to receive some pressure from the outlaw race car number F5 of Amison. He's rolling like an F5 tornado right now, trying to destroy the 55, but he may not be able to get there. He's got something working right through the center of the corner, though. The man on the move coming back from the tail is David Edwards. The reason for the caution a moment ago, and he's working on Tiffany Welch in the 58 car, trying to get inside of the top 5. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. It's going to be all Cody Myers all the time. He wins your 10th and final heat of the night here at Boothill in 55M. Second goes to Ski Amison, an F5, the 62-year-old veteran racer out of New Boston, Texas. 2 of Woodruff will snag 3rd, and 4th will go to the Tempe of Jody Prince. 2 it'll be the Gentle Giant Jason Beasley, driving the car number 16 from Vivian, Louisiana. Is that another 16? 16B. Is that Tony Morrow?
Roy Culpepper.
Roy Culpepper, huh? How about that?
33 is Richard Holt.
Yeah, I knew that one. I wasn't sure. Appreciate it for sure. 3 wide for the race lead down the back straightaway there momentarily. Beasley lost a little bit of the ground that he had on the entry to the corner as 96 going to lead lap number 1. Beasley going to skate by the 3C of Collins. How about that? Great to see former Sportster racer, street stock racer Roy Culpepper back behind the wheel of a race car. Roy Culpepper tonight driving car number 16B. That's Tony Morrow's former car. As they roll off of turn number 4. It's all Mike Knighton. The driver of the Knighton Motorsports number 96 will send it back to the top shelf of the Boothill Speedway. The 16 of the Gentle Giant Jason Beasley works to his inside for the race lead. Oh boy, that was pretty close. Pro Mods may be putting on the best race we've seen in a little while. They'll go door to door for the race lead off of turn number 4. The 96 going to use that outside line momentum to his advantage, but it won't work enough as the 16 takes the race lead. Beasley working the bottom and working it well. Beasley looking smooth as satin tonight as he rolls into turn number 3 with the race lead. Relegates Knighton back to second, but he'll diamond off the exit of 4 to his inside. Here comes Knighton. He'll retake the top spot. I don't know. That was as close as it gets. A dead heat at the line that time. We'll see if Michael Knighton can get it wound up top in the 96 car because the bottom's working extremely well right now for Beasley. Jason Beasley. Working the wheel, working it well. He'll step back to the outside. Or speaking of the 96 of Knighton, who opens up the door for Collins. And Colby Collins has certainly picked up the wick in his racing program as well. Has learned quick, fast, and in a hurry as he sits third in the 3C. The race clock continues to tick here. As sending them down the back straightaway in the 3. Knighton has closed the gap on 16. Oh, and he just lost the handle. He corralled it, though. But he had a hell of a run coming. Mike Knighton driving the 96 car on the edge of disaster. It is slippery right now. The track is black and slicked all the way over. Here comes Michael Knighton to the white flag. Can he steal one away from Jason Beasley? I believe he can. Beasley repels him for now. And Mike Knighton to the cushion. He'll smash the throttle. He gets it turned and executed off of turn number 2. Final time down the back straightaway. Can he do it? Can he dispose of the 16? Final turn, final time through 3 and 4. Knighton's got it rolling to the top shelf. He'll dime it off the corner, get a big run. The 16 of Beasley wins it. 8 car back in the house. Doug Vick Jr. outside of row number 1 in car number 4V, the 2-time reigning Boothill Speedway track champion. 57, who won 3 straight here last month, the Bad Chad DuPont. Jeff Rice in the number 2 car, the 27 Arclatex Sheet Mill and Welding entry of Mike Washburn. As Boyder down the back straightaway had the race lead, but on the entry, the 4 overtakes him. Vick Jr. Junior leads lap 1 over Boyder in 8th. Gene Boyder down the back straightaway. In between the 4 and the 57 of DuPont now as the 27 closing the gap on your trio. Out front 1, 2, 3. Boyder through the center of the corner has a push. Opens up the door for DuPont. But DuPont can't walk by. Boyder going to make it tough on him. As headed down the back straightaway. Gene Boyder separates himself now from the 57 of DuPont as the 4V of Doug Vick Jr. Minding his own business right now, but Boyder looks like he's got something working now. Gene came from 13th to 2nd here last month in a Pro Mod main event. When a time that this class has stepped it up and been ultra competitive. Some good shoes. As a matter of fact, this entire field is tough. Some tough customers. Speaking of the 4V of Vic, your 2-time reigning champion. And of course, second place points man Mike Washburn is mired back in the 4th spot, reeling in the 57 of DuPont. As Chad DuPont won 3 straight here at the Boothill Speedway. Wasn't able to get that 4th one in a row. And I think Gene's got to feel pretty good about himself tonight. He's got the 8 car rolling pretty good. He's not allowed the 4 car to get out of his clutches anyway. He's got him within striking distance, and he's able to keep the 57 of DuPont at bay, who sits 3rd. Gene and I talked not long ago. He said that he was going to get this thing figured out, and not a challenge that the man's never been able to accomplish or get out in front of in a race car. And he's got something working pretty good tonight. So down the back straightaway, Boyder separating himself now from the 57 of DuPont. But does he have enough to run down Doug Vick Jr. for the race lead? Tick-tock, the race clock goes, and Gene's reeling in the 4V of Vick Jr., but it looks like he's going to run out of time. Watch the way Gene drives his race car. He's like, he doesn't ever overdrive it. We'll do that next.
We still have that other race, don't we?
Yes. So we do have the lucky draw main event that's coming up next. It'll pay $400 to win. The lights are out and we're underway. Chris Hennigan from Marshall takes the green flag and gets us back underway off of turn number 4. And the 114 nearly lost the handle on the start. The next race to come will be the actual final race. It'll be your lucky draw event. We may get a caution here late for McCoy in the 5M, and we will. Well, oh well. Your lucky draw feature event coming up next. Of the 5th row, and the 18 is Jeff Hauser from Crowley, Texas, in car number 18. Colt 45, your reigning track champion, Dean Rasco. Johnny Torres is the other car, and we're underway for 15 laps, and we'll hustle into 1. On demand on raceontexas.com, they hustle off into 1 and 2 for the first time. They set their sights down the back straightaway for the race lead, door to door. Got a good one brewing here. So off of turn number 4. Cody White. Cody White jumping out front to the race lead in car number 22W. They roll into turn number 3. Oh, and a shot in the shorts to Lichman. Around he goes from the assistance from Neil Kemp. And the caution flag will wave. Seal the deal.
Hey, Mr. Edwards.
What's up, man? As Cody White takes the green and gets us back underway, we'll see what happens as they hustle down the boulevard and head off into 1. Cody White going to lead him off at turn number 2, Lichman in tow. Down the back straightaway, Ricky Ingles going to prevail, and he'll go to 3rd now. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Here comes Ricky Ingles rolling the outside of the racetrack in car number 81. It's heating up. Down the front straightaway into 1 they go. Lichman got it hanging out up top. Now Greider takes a stab underneath, and he just lost traction, and the 193 is still going to take advantage. He'll go to 4th now. Rolling into 3. Cody White out front, minding his own business, driving a very smart race to this point as he hustles off of 4 and sets his sights back down the front boulevard into 1. White is stuck. Right around the bottom side of the Boothill Speedway. He's working all the way to his advantage as they go door to door for second. Ricky Ingles coming on strong. Ingles trying to get himself a provisional into the show. He'll roll down the inside of the 5J of Lishman for second. Lishman continues to repel him and rolls back to second. Seals trying to come on as well, the Houston area racer. Grider holding on to a respectable fifth right now over sixth late car to the 34 junior of Josh Daughtery. Cody White running away out front all by his lonesome in this one in the 22W car. As we're getting down to it, they're still side by side for second. As Ingles, if this was the battle for the race lead, it'd be a hell of a be a great race for the race lead, but nonetheless, it's a good one for second. Lishman continues to repel Ingles as Seals now wants a mix in that battle. We're halfway in, so 7 laps in and 7 or 8 to go. This 15-lap affair down the back straightaway. The harder they get the race for a second is going to open up the door for White to just continue to march away and separate himself even by a larger margin. White's gone. Cody White is gone. He said, we'll see you boys Saturday night in the main event. Barring a mechanical failure or catastrophe, I mean, that car is stuck around the Boothill Speedway. The race for second's a hell of a one. It's a good one. It's Ingles who's working the bottom with Lishman still to the outside. They're 2 by 2, and around goes that Crowley, Texas racer, Jeff Hauser. Hauser around. The caution flag may come out, and it will for the second time in this main event. So this could get very interesting, but if Cody White's is stuck around the bottom as he was a moment ago, he very well just may run away again. And that's why we'll see what happens. Lights are out. We're back underway. Lishman fights back to the outside for second. They go 3 wide momentarily down the back straightaway. Daughtery got up out of the groove and bottled up the field as here comes Johnny Torres now. Johnny Torres going 3 wide back here for fifth. 3 wide for fifth. Back off into turns 1 and 2. Lishman using that outside line, and White again is stretching it out and separating himself. Heading down the back straightaway. Here comes Lishman. Lishman's got it cooking up top. As Ingles trying to fight back, and he will. Ingles has fought back to the inside of the 5J for second. But again, out front, marching to the beat of his own drum, as White will see 2 laps to go this time by. 2 to go this time by for Cody White in 22 dub. Coming around this time by to grab the white flag for Shreveport racer Cody White in 22W. And the war for second has continued to take place as the 81 of Ingles takes another stab, but not able to get the job done as Lishman's outside line momentum continues to work. He'll have a spot guaranteed on the show on tomorrow night's 10,000 King of the Hill event. Cody White from Shreveport, Louisiana wins your lucky draw main event tonight at Boothill. Great race, man. You drove a flawless race. Give it up for him, race fans. Cody White in Victor Lane. Man, Cody, you've had a good car all night. I mean, both of your heats, you were impressive tonight. Car definitely has some speed in it. But man, you were able to separate yourself, just hit your marks out there. I know the car had to feel pretty good as it looked from where I was sitting.
Yeah, we fought this car for the last 2 years. Finally think we get figured out.
How's it feel to know you have a guaranteed spot in the show on tomorrow night, man? This has to be a huge shot in the arm for you and your race team.
That's a big weight left off the shoulders.
Absolutely. Does the car feel as good as it looked? I mean, to me, like it had to feel pretty good out there for you.
It felt like we were driving to the grocery store.
It never broke traction one time. And I mean, I know that Ricky Ingles back there, somewhere behind you, you were running away from him, probably thinking those guys were nipping at your heels, but you ran away with that one.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm about ready to get this car on the winner's circle.
Yeah. Well, hey, you're in ABC Auto Parts Victor Lane right now. You get a little bit of money, and again, you get a spot in the show for tomorrow night. Let's hear about the folks that help you out in your race team.
Got my mom and dad, grandparents. Got my girlfriend Haley, best friend Josh, Jessica, all our friends that come out here, grandparents, and just really anybody that's ever touched this car and gave us any advice on it.
You're long overdue to get here to ABC Auto Parts Victory Lane, man. Proud of you, young man. Congratulations on this victory tonight.
Yeah, I'm never going to come.
It came tonight. Congratulations, Cody.
Appreciate it, Zach.
Cody White in Victory Lane here at Boothill and ABC Auto Parts Victory Lane.